Hey people, salams, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're well and in good health. Okay, right now we're taking a look at this Guardian article. So it's all about the bread brand Kingsmill. So it says here Kingsmill honoured to buy Hovis in a whopping £75 million deal to create the UK's biggest bread brand. So let's take a look here. So that's Hovis there. So it says here the owner of Kingsmill has agreed to buy its rival Hovis in a deal worth an estimated £75 million. That could create the UK's biggest bread brand if the competition regulator approves it, but also put some jobs at risk. The deal comes after decades of decline in the popularity of the packaged sliced loaf, with Hovis, owned by the private equity company Analysts, and its rival Kingsmill, part of the Associated British Foods, struggling to get out of the red for some years now. So, ABF, which also owns the Primark clothing chain, said that the tie-up would combine the production and distribution activities of the two businesses, which is expected to lead to roles being shed. It's also understood that bringing together these facilities could save £55 million. Obviously, that's a large saving. Sharon Graham, the General Secretary of the Unite Union, which represents hundreds of workers at both businesses, said, while there is still a long way to go before any buyout happens, Hovis and Kingsmill must ensure that jobs are protected. So basically, Unite representatives and workers at both companies said we will not tolerate attacks on jobs, pay, or conditions. Now, this potential merger between the UK's second and third largest bread brands will attract scrutiny from the competition watchdog, which is understood could take a year. The Competition and Markets Authority will have to decide basically if the brands face sufficient rivalry, price, and quality from supermarket owned labels and other options as well, in terms of UK's current market leader Warburton's, which accounts for more than a quarter of packaged sliced bread sales. The Hovis director said in accounts recently published at Companies House that they thought any deal was unlikely to be concluded before September next year, and that scrutiny was likely to continue until at least then. Sales at Hovis, which employs 2,925 people, fell almost 9% to 447 million in the year to 28th of September 2024, as pre-tax losses widened to 4.7 million from a loss of 3.6 million a year before. After £530,000 in one-off costs, the majority of which related to restructuring. It said it had been battling extreme price volatility across raw materials during the year. Meanwhile, ABF's bakery division, Allied Bakeries, which includes Kingsmill, Allisons, and Sunblest, incurs annual losses of around £30 million, despite sales of about £400 million, according to analysts at Palmier Liberum. Both businesses are facing strong competition from family, well-renowned and known company Warburton's, now the largest UK's bread brand, which has gained a bigger slice of the market through innovation. From giant crumpets to seeded flatbreads, it's understood to account for more than a quarter of packaged sold breads. Supermarket own labels account for about 40% of traditional wrapped sliced breads, and Warburton's for just over a quarter at present. Other two players together accounting for a similar amount. So if other morning goods such as rolls, bagels, and croissants, different types of bread are taken into account, then the figures change again. So this deal comes as the British ethanol industry, dominated by ABF, was plunged into a fresh crisis. The government confirmed they would not be proceeding with the rescue package, and then basically Donald Trump's tariffs are causing issues as well around the world in terms of production in the UK and abroad. So it says here we have worked closely with the company since June to understand financial challenges they've faced over the past 10 years or so, and have taken the difficult decision not to offer direct funding as they want to provide value for the taxpayer or solve the long-term problem the industry faces. That's the Government Department for Business and Trade commented. ABF said the decision was deeply regrettable, accusing the government of having thrown away billions in potential growth in the Humber and the opportunity to lead the world on clean fuels. We've been fighting for months to keep this plant open. We initiated and led talks with the government in good faith. We presented a clear plan to restore Vivergo to profitability within 2 years under policy levers already aligned with the government's own green industrial strategy. There you have it, folks. So Hovis there, and then you've got Kingsmill looking to purchase Hovis for a big 75 million pound deal potentially. We'll find out in the coming months whether that does happen or not. Obviously, that would help boost the UK economy and helps maybe with the company and the brand itself, and help kind of like in terms of the market size and the sales that they're doing right now. Potentially, there could be job losses, but then they might recruit other people as well going forward. But of course, we don't know yet. We'll wait and see how things kind of develop in the next few months or so. Okay, people, let us know what you think about British business in terms of how the economy is developing and what you think about this bread brand as well in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Catch you in the next one.